morning! It is the start of day 31. I've been out here exactly 1 month. It's crazy to think that I've been out here that long. Some days it does feel like it, but most days it doesn't. I'm leaving Davenport Gap Shelter, and like I said yesterday, that is the only shelter in the Smokies that still has the fence outside blocking it from bears. All of the shelters used to have them, but this one is the only one that still has it. I slept okay. It was hot, but I just started with only my my sleeping bag liner, and then eventually I did unzip my sleeping bag and cover it over me. But the plan today is to hike a total of 10 miles. I'm gonna hike 3.5 miles and then get to Standing Bear Farm Hostel, where I will resupply and hopefully get rid of my trash and charge some of my devices. Already out of breath. Oh boy. And then after that, I'm gonna hike, I guess, another 6.5 miles to Groundhog Shelter. And then the plan is I'll be out in the woods for 2 nights, 3 days, and I booked a private room at the Laughing Heart Hostel in Hot Springs, North Carolina, and it's right next to a Dollar General, so I'll do a resupply there. I did not do the greatest in Gatlinburg. I really thought I had the exact amount of food that I would need, but I seem to have a lot extra, which I would rather have more than not enough. But I do actually have to get more food because I don't have any dinners. So I guess it's not bad to have extra snacks. But I guess I will have another go around at the Standing Bear Hostel to try to get my food right. And then if not, I'll have another chance at the Dollar General in Hot Springs to get it right. But it's all a learning experience, so I'm getting better. My pack, it does feel lighter. And actually, so yesterday on the way to the shelter, my pack was pulling on my shoulders so bad, and it was because my hip belt was like all the way tightened. I couldn't get it to tighten anymore, so maybe I lost some weight. Anyway, but then so I was like lifting it up with my arms for like the last mile because it just hurt my shoulder so bad. So I was saying that to someone at the shelter, and someone else heard me, and they showed me how to adjust these side panels. So apparently these are markers to tell you, the different sizes, and I had it where there were 4 markers showing, but now there's only 2. So now more of the weight is on my hips, which is how it's supposed to sit. So hopefully that'll help with the pain in my shoulders. But all right, I am gonna get these 3.5 miles knocked out and get some more food, and then head to my final destination tonight. All right, see ya. End of the Smokies, end of the Smokies, end of the Smokies, end of the Smokies! Woo! Finished with the Smokies. I started April 19th, ended April 26th. Smokies, you've been tough, but you've had some good views. But I am ready to leave. Oh, come on. Sayonara, Smokies. Woohoo! Another section finished. I am pretty glad to leave. I did enjoy the Smokies, but I didn't like how we had to stay at the shelters, so we were forced to do a certain amount of miles a day, which actually was good because then it pushed me to do more. So, which I've been out here for a month, so I need to be hiking more. But it feels good to have a big section complete. So long, Smokies! How's it going? What? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I'm here with the discerning hiker hostel. And you gave me a blueberry muffin. So you're a new hostel around, aren't you?
Yeah, I just opened in March.
Okay, awesome.
Well, have fun and hike safe, guys.
Yeah, thank you for the muffin. Well, this muffin was a nice little treat. Is just what I need. I'm at Standing Bear Hostel, and I just cooked pizza and having a margarita and hanging with fellow hikers. We're waiting out the rain for a little bit. The resupply options at Standing Bear, it was okay. It wasn't the best, but definitely wasn't terrible. I did like how they split up things and charged us, you know, a small amount of money for them. So like you could buy like 5 Ziploc bags for a quarter, or you know, 5 jelly packs for a quarter, something like that. And they definitely didn't gouge the prices on the other stuff. They had a lot of snack options, but they were limited on the dinners and lunches. And they had, what I thought was interesting, they had like 2 rice options, which I was gonna get rice for dinner because I like that, but you had to like boil it for like 20 to 25 minutes, and I feel like that's gonna use a lot of fuel, so I opted to not go for those options. So tonight I'll be having mashed potatoes with gravy, and then I had already had some dehydrated vegetables in my canister, so I'll probably throw those in there. And then I also bought a box of macaroni and cheese, but then as I was hiking back out here, I thought, oh, you know, I don't have any like dehydrated milk to go in it, so I'm not sure how it'll taste with just water, but I guess I'll try that. I'll probably save that for tomorrow night in case it's like disgusting, then I won't have to carry as much out if I don't eat it. But yeah, I got some snacks, and it's definitely a good place to supplement things that you already have, but to do a whole resupply, it wasn't the best, but it's what I had. I just saw my first bear. It was right over there. I saw it running away from me, but it was still a bear. And it looked like a small one, so I'm looking around to make sure the mom isn't around here. Huh. I picked up this poncho at Standing Bear because my rain pants and my rain jacket were just too hot. So this is gonna keep my shorts and shirt dry, especially since I'll probably be sleeping in my shorts tonight because it seemed to have gotten hotter out here. It's also very foggy because of the rain, so it's a little spooky. Good thing it's still daylight. 2.7 miles until the shelter. I was planning on sleeping in my tent, but if there's room in the shelter, I might sleep in the shelter because I don't really want to set up my tent in the rain and take it down all wet. But the shelter only sleeps 6 people, so we'll see. And it's already 4 o'clock, so. Funny how some places you'll go quite a while without seeing a blaze, and then other parts of the trail there's blazes continuously in the same path that, like, there's no question of where the trail is. Like, here's one, and you can see one right in front of us. I can see 3 of them ahead. I took a short side trail to see what this thing was. This is on Snowbird's Peak. FAA air traffic control. Today's hike wasn't bad. Unfortunately, my knees do still hurt. I liked hiking. I did 3.5 miles in the morning and then took a super long break, and then the remaining 7 after that. Trying to find where the shelter is. Anyway, yeah, so my knees still hurt, but I am like, oh, I think this is probably the shelter, and then it's 0.2 miles off the trail. So they're not on fire like they were yesterday though, so that's good. Alright, it is the end of day 30. I hiked 10 point something miles. I'm staying at Groundhog Creek Shelter. There's only 3 of us in that shelter, so we get to spread out and have room, so that's good. There's like 4 other people here. I got to talk to some people, have some long conversations with people, so it was fun. And then I got to talked to my husband tonight, so that was nice too. It is cold, so I'm gonna get snuggled up in my sleeping bag and get to sleep, and then probably wake up early so I can get an early start to the morning. Alright, good night.